By the way, I love your work. Cambridge Dictionary describes passion as a noun that means strong interest, meaning something that one is strongly interested in and enjoys. This is Aisha Ogi. I'm a communication strategist, a photographer, and a creative artist from Nigeria. I always wonder why and how one becomes interested in a particular field of activity. Today I have with me Hanan Isah, a lady from where I'm from, Kebbi State, Northwest Nigeria. She is well known in Kebbi as a girl-child education advocate, an activist, and a founder of Arewa Female Youth Ambassadors Initiative. And she has been dedicated to providing support to vulnerable groups within society. This is not why she's here today though. Hanan caught my attention for this show after I watched a video of her on Instagram, burning tires. Not literally, but with a sport technique called burnout, which is the practice of keeping a vehicle stationary and spinning its wheels. The friction causes the tires to heat up, leaving behind a dramatic cloud of smoke. Hanan is the first female Nigerian drifter. I like saying female, Northern Nigerian, but I'm claiming Nigeria for her. We don't have proof of anybody else for now in the auto sports industry. Hi Hanan, welcome to the show. And as I had said earlier, I am interested in your interests.
Well, hi.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
It's an honor.
We have so many things in common, and obviously being from the same state and from the same space and trying to get the same kind of ideas out there. But this thing you do, being a drifter, burning tires, building smoke on the streets and people just being generally excited. How did you get into this?
Wow. Okay. I have the simple answer I always first give. I would say it's actually from my DNA.
Oh, DNA. Yeah. Okay.
But
so it's in the blood.
Yeah, it's in my blood. My dad is into auto sports.
Okay.
Yeah, and then recently my brother also.
Okay.
Yeah, so actually or literally my brother is my coach.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so I've always been this person that, in fact, me and my elder sister, we do fight for the seats, they call it the driver, the ones sitting close to the driver. We always fight.
So you call dibs.
Because I always want to sit there and see how you move the thing and everything. So, and then one amazing thing is I was never taught how to drive.
No way. So you learned how to drive by watching?
By watching.
So we shouldn't give you a license.
No. Because I could remember my first time of driving was when I was in the university.
Okay.
My matric days, and then my friends and people around were like, wow, she's the sister of my brother, is popularly known as Chairman.
Ooh.
They were like, oh, this is Hanan, she's a sister to Chairman. They were like, no way. So definitely she knows how to drive, she knows how to do that. And unfortunately,
you didn't know how to drive.
So I was like, okay, so what am I going to do? Am I going to just say, no, I don't know. No, I'm not going to do that. No,
you actually risked
driving. So I was like, okay. The first thing is have confidence. Okay, I can do this. And then some of my friends just volunteered. Okay, here's the key. Drive us out. I was like, really?
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So at this point, you've been watching your family drive, your dad,
yes, my mom.
So that fight for the front seat is you actually seeing how people
trying
drive.
to see, because I know if I should bring the topic up, my family will kind of be, no way, you are not, until, because even my brother has to reach 18 years.
Before he started driving.
So
did you learn stick shift or auto?
Auto.
In the beginning,
auto.
Okay.
And then literally later, I started normal.
So you said your dad was into auto sports. Was he doing the drifting thing, or was
really.
he riding?
Riding the speed, and then he repairs things.
Okay.
If not just of recent, he has never taken his car to the mechanic or something.
Wow.
He does everything. Even the engine, he disassembles and assembles back. And then even normal house things getting spoiled, like sockets and everything,
nice.
He does it himself.
So do you do that too? Fixing things?
Not really, to some extent, yeah.
Okay, so I won't lie. Like, I always find it, I don't know, maybe the word I'll use is annoying when people say, as a female, what does it feel like? I'm sure you get that a lot.
Yeah.
And it's understandable because we don't have many of you in the industry, especially in Nigeria. Auto sports is picking up.
Yeah.
There's so many other aspects of auto sports picking up in Nigeria. We now have proper events. I'm wearing the Zuru Auto Sports t-shirt that Hanan brought for me. And, it was exciting. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the event because I think it was over the Christmas period.
Yeah.
And you guys put this thing together. And I know it was a lot of work to get this done.
Yeah.
What was that like? What exactly did you get to do?
Wow.
What did you achieve with the sports?
Okay. Number one, it has to do with passion.
Mm-hmm.
My brother and I always have this passion of auto sports. And then secondly, like, it was not really easy, but we thank God we're able to put up something, and then the turnout was massive, and then the results were okay.
But what was the objective? Was this something you wanted to do just because you loved it, or there was more
I just
to it?
felt like the northern part is left behind when it comes to auto sports activities, northern Nigeria. And then since we both have this passion, so we felt like, okay, let's take our state to be the starting point of something. And then Zuru, to be precise, we have other side attractions and tourism activities we do have
the
there.
Ohola
like
Festival.
the Ohola Festival
Yes.
is there, and then there are lots more. So we decided, okay, if we can really come up with an auto sports club, it will kind of be an avenue for us to have this synergy with other parts of the country and
Yes.
even worldwide, because auto sports is becoming more of like the upcoming industry where a lot of companies, brands, organizations key in
Yes.
to achieve different objectives, and then at the same time one particular aim.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's take it to be publicity, let's take it to be creating awareness of their brands or anything. So we decided, okay, let's key into this, and then let's promote our culture, let's promote our state and where we are from.
You creating this avenue where people can actually help themselves, because I wanted to ride for Nigeria at one point. I was actually registered and everything to ride in Japan.
Well,
But that was many years ago. So I find seeing you, I'm living through you and seeing this beautiful life that you're creating. But a lot of people are worried about the aspect of safety.
yeah.
And in the history of Nigerian auto sports, we have lost a couple of people in accidents over the years. May their souls rest. What are you guys doing differently?
Okay, we actually, from our venue where we do the auto sports thing, it's actually different because we use the airstrip, and it's big enough to contain both the spectators
Yes.
and then the participants, the riders. So, and it has this a very good range where you can speed up at the same time control the car or bike you're using. So that gives that's one of the safety precautions we actually use for the event. And then we have this barricades we put to break the barrier from the spectators and the participants, which is another safety precautions we use. So generally or basically, we are conscious about the security. And then
Oh, that's good to know.
yeah, and then the airstrip is big enough to contain the whole of the event.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I find interesting is you'd also travel a lot. I've seen the Auto Sports calendar, and I was super excited to see Kebbi on the list.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have to always hype where I'm from. So I was super happy to see Kebbi on the list. And, you know, it's shocking because I saw Port Harcourt, there's Ghana, there's like, you know, other countries across Africa. And for you, what has been like the most interesting travel experience?
Wow. Okay, let me say Nasarawa Auto Sports.
Nasarawa.
Yeah.
So Nasarawa is in the middle of Nigeria. It's in the middle belt.
Yeah.
And it's probably an hour away from where we are right now.
Yeah.
But probably 15 hours away from Kebbi. Should maybe. How long? 8,
roughly
9?
10, 11. Roughly.
So you go by road to these places?
Not now.
Okay, not at this moment.
Not at this moment,
Yes.
but back then, yes, we do.
Okay, so what happened in Nasarawa that made it interesting?
Well, okay, first and foremost is I would have to really say this. I felt very happy because someone honored an invitation which I never expected him to. Yeah, in person of Mr. Onye Ubanatsu.
Oh,
yeah.
So Onye is this exceptional filmmaker, photographer. He's doing really well in the industry. Okay,
Yeah.
so Onye went to Nasarawa.
Went to Nasarawa to cover up and then to support us.
Yes.
In particular.
You
for
know,
the event.
it's funny you mentioned this because the first time I saw your brother was a video Onye had done of him. I have seen him around, but I didn't really know what he did.
Yeah.
And Onye did this really beautiful video showing him, and they I think chronicled his journey, and oddly enough, at the end he won. Right?
Yeah,
He won. It was like a major competition.
Yeah.
And that was my first introduction to your brother doing the auto sports. And it was beautiful. I had no idea that you were there in the background.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm very happy to see you at the forefront right now. So Onye came to Nasarawa.
Yeah. He came and then it was lovely. And then actually that kind of gave us the energy we actually needed at that moment to
boost.
support, and then we won
That
at
is
the competition
amazing.
at the Nasarawa Auto Sports. So we're able to we won the competition. We're the first runners at the competition, and that was one unforgettable happy moment.
And he has it documented.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we would put clips of this for people to see.
Yeah, sure.
So Hanan, you know, I'm very happy that you made it and we're able to have this discussion. What are your plans for the future?
Wow. Okay, first and foremost is I will keep on building myself and then trying to showcase what a true Northern woman can be. And then basically will try as much as I can to get more Northern women on board.
I love that.
Particularly to be female drifters. Yeah.
That would be a whole other topic for us.
Yeah.
We'll definitely come back on the show so we can discuss this Northern Nigerian thing and in connection to women. For those who don't have a background, Northern Nigeria is a very conservative space, and the world is beginning to know the kind of people and women that we have hidden behind in the background, and Hanan is one of them. And a lot of times they don't make a lot of noise because you're meant to be conservative anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy that you're doing this, and I know that you inspire a lot of people. We talked about someone in the Middle East, the first female drifter in the Middle East. And after our discussion, I actually reached out to her on Instagram.
Okay.
And Hanan, she's happy to partner with you in the nearest future.
Oh my God. Wow.
You guys will probably have a competition. She's ready to come to Nigeria, and she's ready to host you in Dubai.
Wow.
So I had this, and I'm very happy that to see women like you doing exceptionally well in your pursuits.
Wow.
So thank you so much for coming to the show.
It's an honor.
And I look forward to bringing you back because I have so many questions.
Thank you
But
very
I guess
much.
right now we've caught up on the topic of auto sports industry and you as a drifter.
Yeah.
I know there are aspects and times I should have ended, but I just thought about this. And is there any time, any challenge that really got to you, you know, where you felt I'm not going to do this anymore?
Okay. Yeah, I think there are a couple of times where I felt I can't go further with this because at first people were not really supporting the idea.
Yeah.
They felt like, what's this lady trying to prove, or what's this lady trying to do? Aren't she supposed to be thinking of settling down? Aren't she supposed to be thinking of? But I just felt like, okay, if I should give up at this moment, then definitely other women or the female youths coming up wouldn't have that strength, that passion, the zeal, the urge to actually break that glass shield we have. So I just felt like, okay.
So, and when you say settling down, it means like settling down to get married and have children.
And then,
what is expected of you in society?
Yeah,
you do plan to do that?
Yes,
or
sure,
no?
of course.
You probably end up marrying someone within the autosport industry.
Yeah, that would be lovely. I would even prefer that.
Creating some more autosport babies for the DNA. But yeah, you know, like I said, I'm really happy that you're doing this and you're going forward and you're pushing through, you know. And one of the things that I know about life and society is the world will catch up. Do as much as you can.
Yeah.
And one thing, you shouldn't take it personal because people don't understand when they're not used to something. Yeah. And what is happening now is by the time you guys keep going, the next generation are not going to see it as something new. It becomes the norm, right? And it keeps going. So I'm really glad that you're doing this. And I do hope we will continue to support as much as we can. And I look forward to attending the next Zuru Auto Sports.
Okay.
And if you do decide to become global, our podcast would be right there with you. In the meantime, I think the name of your club is Equity Riders Club.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I know Kebbi is well known for equity. We have equity. Land of Equity is the name of the state.
Yeah.
So that's why you probably chose that, right?
Yeah, so, but just of recent, we actually have Zuru Auto Sports, which is standing also.
On its own.
On its own now.
But Equity Riders Club,
it was the main body of the whole club.
Okay.
And the initiative.
Well, thank you so much, Hanan, for coming.
It's an honor.
I wish you all the best.
I really appreciate
it.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and I look forward to bringing our next guest who's doing something exceptional. And just to let you know, Hanan, I love your work.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.